Good morning, afternoon, or night, whenever you're seeing this, and happy week 3. This week, we're actually going to take a look at an artifact, the Matrix. You can see that I'm kind of a fan. But why am I a fan? Some of the principles that we've been working on already, i.e. looking at how we interpret the world around us, are actually very relevant to the story in this film, including, centrally maybe, the question of what real actually is, and how we negotiate both the world of objective truth, if it can indeed be found, and the world of the stories that we tell. Hopefully, this will also give us an introduction into why I've chosen to look at cyberpunk in particular as a genre worth exploring. We are in a very technologically driven age, but interestingly, what drives the technology itself is our human usage. And what this genre looks at is really the relationship between humanity and the technologies that we have created. And what I want you to begin thinking about and asking yourself is, what is my relationship? In other words, your relationship with the technologies that we've created. And keep in mind that technology doesn't just have to be computer or digital technology. We're also talking about medical technologies, vehicular technologies, anything that gives us a capability beyond what our own body or sometimes brain can in isolation produce. So why cyberpunk? It is a movement that particularly tells stories where in a high-tech state, something has socially gone wrong. Sometimes it is the tech itself, as is the case with the Matrix. Often it is what human beings have chosen to do with our capabilities. How have we harnessed power? How do we leverage that power? And is knowledge, acumen, technical skill power? Or do we create power by some other sorts of means? Whether it be through kindness or intimidation, whether it be through money or influence. These are all the questions that this particular genre of film and literature asks. Put that aside for now. Really focus on the idea of how we interpret information that is fed to us. This is the work of the humanities, is to simply become aware that perhaps if everything is interpretation, that we can begin to tell our own story. To what extent does your hero in the film, Neo, begin to tell his own story? To what extent is he subject to other people's stories? And so as you watch this week, keep in mind that what I am connecting this to is this idea that our mind, our sense of who we are, is really built upon our experiences. And when we have our experiences disrupted and recontextualize, how does that change who I am? How does that create an opportunity for me to redefine myself?